progress is not a straight line. And I've really been feeling this lately because, I had a lot of lofty goals for 2024. I had things that, bad habits that I was going to ditch. I had things that I was going to move forward into. I was going to be really rigid with like my schedule. I was going to make things happen. It was going to be amazing. I was going to crush it at business. I was just going to like dominate 2024. And halfway through the third month, I'm not dominating as much as I want to. Business has been slow. Business has not picked up the way that I thought it would. I've struggled back and forth with some of those habits, with some of those toxic relationships that I'm struggling to get out of. I went back into it. I thought, okay, we can do this. We can do this. It's kind of that same old pattern of we can fix this, instead of just cutting it off. And it bit me in the ass again. Surprise. And I've been struggling with depression, with kicking myself. I've been struggling with some burnout. Some of you guys know I work on a TikTok channel where I talk about the Russian invasion of Ukraine. I've got some videos on this channel talking about it as well, but it's an area that I'm really passionate about. And I started burning out because literally I was making a video pretty much every single day about some horrific war crime where children lost their lives and parents lost their lives, civilians, and just horrible things, seeing images of, blood on the streets, bodies, just, really the most horrible kinds of shit. And the human psyche can't deal with that day after day after day after day. At least my psyche can't. I think I'm somewhere on the HSP scale, which is highly sensitive person. And an HSP is basically somebody who feels and experiences life in a deeper way, rather that's physically, emotionally, mentally, like all of those different things. So I fall on that spectrum. I don't think I'm an empath, but I'm definitely empathetic. And so that kind of fucked with my brain. And I've had to take a step back from that and not look at the news for a little while. I'm actually kind of in a self-imposed at least 1 week, maybe 2 week kind of detox from the news so that I can kind of recover that creativity, recover, some good mental space, because holy shit, like my mental space was going down. Like I haven't exercised in several weeks. I completely fell off that bandwagon. I was trying to wake up at 7. Honestly, I've been laying in bed until 10 o'clock a lot of days, and it's a problem. And a lot of that is both from some of the bad choices that I made, as well as from burning myself out by just pushing and pushing and pushing this content that really mentally affects me. And so now I'm kind of having to reevaluate. I'm like, okay, Q1 basically done. By the time I finish evaluating and get back on track, Q1 will be over. We didn't hit our financial goals. We didn't hit some of my creative goals. We didn't hit some of my goals for getting healthier relationships, building, that part of my life, building that social life the way that I want to. Okay, so let's reevaluate. Let's look at it. Okay, we didn't get there. We didn't hit this. We didn't hit this. We didn't hit this. That's okay. Look at what can we do? Get back on the horse. And by the end of March, be pushing forward, doing all the things, making it happen. And that's going to be kind of the direction that I'm going. That's going to be what I'm pushing for. But all to say, progress is not necessarily a straight line. Sometimes you're going up and then you go down, and then you go up and then you're going down, up, down. And like the general trajectory is up, but like it's like the stock market a lot of times where it's up and down and up and down and up and down. And sometimes it really drops and then you pull back way up. And that's okay. Giving myself grace. It's funny, I'm using the Christian lingo, but giving myself grace to say, hey, it's okay that this didn't go perfectly. Get your eyes back on the prize. Remember what you're doing. Remember your goals. Push for your goals. And you'll be making progress. It's kind of that thing like get 1% better at this. I hear a lot of times in the YouTube space, every YouTube video make 1% better in some way, which, that's kind of a weird little metric to measure by, but you get the idea. Like keep moving forward one little bit at a time. And then over the course of a year, 2 years, 5 years, your progress will be absolutely insane. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. That's what I'm going to be continuing to strive for, is get back on there. It's like, okay, no, I haven't gone to bed when I plan to go to bed. In fact, tonight it's 12:32 in the night when I'm shooting this video, but I feel inspired and I just want to go for it. But, I'm trying to go to bed at 11. That's my goal. So it'll be like, okay, get back on that bandwagon, go to bed, get engaged, get up, exercise, meditate, do all the little things to be growing yourself, to be growing myself, get back on that bandwagon. Like, that is the goal. So that's kind of a check-in with myself, and just to encourage you guys that, like, if your progress is not linear, if it's not just a straight upward trajectory, even if you make bad mistakes, even if you're battling an addiction or something and you fall, like, don't stress, just get back on the bandwagon. Because, I don't struggle with like drugs or alcohol or anything, but I feel like I've got some, bad habits, some addictions, addictions to spending money on good causes when I can't afford it, toxic friendships, toxic relationships, just the way that I grew up. I did not have great relationships, exampled for me. And so I have a tendency to gravitate towards unhealthy friendships and unhealthy relationships and, stay in them and have too much of a sense of loyalty or guilt or something and get drawn back into them when people exploit those things. And it's like, okay, I did that again. Jump back into that. We're just going to get back on the bandwagon. Cut that friendship off again. Not going to let it come back in. Putting sticky notes up. Don't let them back in. Don't let them back in. And, that's okay. It's okay that I went up, down. It can go back up. And 2024 can still be a freaking successful year, and things can still go fantastic. Hope you enjoyed my thoughts. Have a great day.